Yeah, man, I got a crazy show for y'all tonight, man. This actual show here, this show got a lot of moving parts in it. This show was going to be extremely long, but I had to really cut it down just because of time and not wanting to hold folk too long while we building or whatever. But I got a lot of clips in this show, and we'll try to move through them quick. But I want to do a different format today. And I basically want to start kind of with my conclusion. Start with my conclusion, then take you through it and end where I started at. But to show y'all exactly where I'm going with this. This is going to start with Wack 100. As you can see, the title, Wack 100 New Testament Snitching Rules, with Charleston White exposing Boosie's son. And also had social media, but I had informants. But what I'm noticing is that the definition of informant is starting to change. And now I personally believe that you're starting to have a lot of internet informants that's going on. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you that right now, the internet is struggling. The internet is struggling for content. If you notice on the internet, besides sports and besides some of the things that pop up that's in the latest news about the things that artists are doing, that people jumping on and start to elaborate on, other than that, if the news cycle is slow, no one has nothing to talk about, and they're regurgitating the same old stories over and over again. So your people like Wack 100 and your people like Charleston White of this sort, that's how they live, eat, feed themselves, and survive. So the goalpost is being moved to where you have Wack 100 for some reason feel he's authorized to create a New Testament, according to how young people are pretty much approving snitching. Even though there's not a reason to where you should have to approve snitching, because let's be honest, it's always been done. It's just being done for more frivolous reasons now than what it was before. But my point that I want to make to y'all, that the reason why Wack 100 is trying to move the goalpost on snitching, because there is no more content and they need content. The whole so-called real, and I'm using this word as in Negus, the real niggas story is finito, is gone. There are no more stories to tell of the so-called real nigga. The only thing left for content in which the cycle these guys make their money is based on other stories, but they all include different variations of snitching. And I plan to show that to you. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start moving through this. Shout out to whoever out there. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart and all this other stuff. And as I was stating that some of y'all may have not heard, I'm going to start with my conclusion. I'm going to start with my conclusion. I'm going to play the video of my conclusion so you can see where I'm going as I take you through, because this is kind of long. It's like 19 clips. But as I'm taking you through it, you're going to see where I'm going, and you're going to see where I'm going to land at. I'm going to show you right now the conclusion and where I'm going to land, which is going to throw you off, and you're probably not going to figure out how it fits. But this particular guy right here, I met through deep thought in the Fed joint while I was in there, but he was an ex-CIA agent, and he was a CIA whistleblower. Let me show you him right here. His name is John. He was a whistleblower. He done been on some of your biggest podcasts. Me and Deep Thought was locked up with him. He talked with Deep Thought all the time. He didn't too much mess with me. His name was John. I can't say his last name properly. But from what I've seen of him, really good dude. You know what I'm saying? And knew a lot. But here's the conclusion.
Was also present in Nicaragua at the time. And remember, it's DEA's job to stop the flow of drugs to to the United States. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. In many cases, it's perfectly happy to allow drugs into the United States if it helps them to fight communism, or contemporaneously, to fight terrorism. Drugs are DEA's problem. The CIA is not going to trouble itself with drugs. And so these drugs were making their way to California.
Terrorism. And Trump called or classified now the Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations. Now the CIA are authorized to, I'm going to take you through some of that. Okay, who we got here? Hey, what's up, Perry, man? I seen you yesterday. You came on to whatever, homie. And listen here. We went up to the deadline and was slow getting in there. But I missed you. I hope you got a chance to check out that other joint. But what up, though, to your family? Happy to see you in here today, for sure. So we're going to go ahead and slide on this. I'm going to go through a number of the commandments of under Wack 100's so-called New Testament of snitching rules. I'm going to go through quite a few of them, but I got a twist. We're going to go on Boosie, son, that Charleston White got locked up. We're going to go through that, and I'm going to put a twist on this thing. Y'all seen my conclusion. I just played it for you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, C-Money? You know what I'm going to do what I do. And you know, my baby, we're going to do it to death. You heard me? So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and slide on this first one, man, and understand. I'm going to be controversial in some of the things I'm saying. I don't expect everybody to agree with me in what I'm saying. But I'm going to give you my perspective, and my perspective based on what I've known that have already been happening, that he may be acting like he's writing a new rule on. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for it. Here we go. Here's the first joint.
You ain't that. And he right. Now, I'm not going to say he ain't that, but I know the dude. I got some respect for the dude, so I just won't disrespect his name. Now, Gunner, I'll call him a rat. Thug, I'll tell you what he did in the interrogation room is against the rules. He shouldn't have did it. He said too much, did too much. There's no explanation for that. He's dead wrong. But I won't disrespect his name because, you know, that's my partner, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my partner. I ain't going to even sit here and lie. Am I selected politics? A little bit. I'm not telling you, no, that ain't what it is. But I'm not going to disrespect my man's name. I hope Thug would understand that. So, today, we coming up with the New Testament. What we feel the new rules of the street should be.
Now, in this particular video, he's saying Thug is man and all that. He ain't gonna disrespect his name. Selective politicking, y'all already know what it is. Dudes pick and choose. If they don't like you, you a snitch. If they like you or they eating off your plate, oh man, he ain't a snitch. They lying and they hating on him. And that's the way it always been, even in the joint, man. It has always been like that. He's selective politicking, which y'all know he's selective politic because whoever he eating with, he reserved judgment on. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of that whole process. But he has changed his position with a QPC or whatever with Lil Baby's, the guy with Lil, y'all probably know better than I do. The label thing that sold that whole thing off because he was being called the snitch. Now, Wack 100 is going against Young Thug after you just heard him say Young Thug his partner, and he don't want to call him a rat, but he turned around and called Gunna a rat. Okay? But we're going to go ahead and move to his so-called first rule in his so-called New Testament of snitching rules. Let's roll.
Let's start with number one. New Testament rules of the street, number one. You can snitch on somebody who snitched on you first. Hey, that's the first new rule that's being proposed for the New Testament of the streets. Rule number one, you can snitch on somebody who snitched on you first. That means if y'all get busted, dude come back there and say, hey man, your man just gave you up. What? Play the recording? Yeah, man, you know, guns under the seat was yours. You know, that was all his. Now this is, you can say what? Matter of fact, not only them 8 months, he got a star spot up under the air conditioned unit. This is, listen, man, we just going off of what we see the youngsters gravitating to. You know.
Now he blame it on seeing the youngsters gravitating to and all that. I don't know how the state go. I ain't never been through the state. But the feds, you don't know who snitched on you. You may have speculations once you get the paperwork, but you're not going to get your paperwork until your pre-sentencing investigation is done. And then with reading through that, you can speculate. But 9 times out of 10, if you're able to draw a conclusion of who the snitch is, that's most likely not the main one. And most likely you had a whole lot of other people going in on you. A lot of times you get your paperwork and you hear them say in the paperwork, he's been under investigation since XYZ year. Man, I wasn't under no investigation. They lying. You don't understand what that means. What that means is that's the first time somebody came down there and said your name. You will never know who that is. So with him saying if somebody snitches on you first, how will you know who snitched on you first? And oftentimes the streets don't know who didn't snitch because the government makes sure they protect that information. And you will never know. So to me, that's nothing but a loophole to do what you want to do anyway. But that's the first rule. We're not going to belabor the point. Let's move on to the second.
Number 2. Now, I like this one. After 10 years, however it falls, with no incident, one can cross back over to being a civilian with no expectation of the streets or its set. Can't call him about nothing. He all the way back civilian mode. So if y'all want to go over there playing with him, he can treat you like a civilian. 911 operator. Yes. Some dudes are at my door. Do you know who they are? I definitely know who they are. They're from my old day. You know they can do all that talk. Again, this is the mentality that I think best fits the new generation.
Now the whole thing again, he's leading you. He's going somewhere, and he's going to show you where he's going in a minute. After you've been out of prison for 10 years or whatever the case may be, you have a right to be a civilian. You have a right to be a civilian, again, using gang terms, once you lay your flag down. Once you lay your flag down, and within my opinion, you tell your folks that you chopped it with before, hey, listen, I'm done, bro. Like when I came home, I'm done. I said I'm done because of this reason. By me being affiliated with that whole Chapo Sinaloa thing, anybody can come say my name on anything, then people gonna jump on me and lock me back up again. So I tell them I'm done. Anything you doing that you do what you do, stay away from me. Respectfully, stay away from me. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. And sometimes they get to come around, they tell me, man, I need to know. Bro, hold. Don't tell me nothing, because you're going to put me in a conspiracy. I don't want to know nothing, because the way I held it down before, I can't guarantee you that I can do it again. So I don't want to know your business. Don't come tell me your business. If you're doing something that you need to do, I respect it, but please stay away from me. I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian. I'm not going to let you tell me nothing. I'm not going to go around you. And if you're not coming on around me, I'm assuming it's for a reason. I'm going to respect it. But see, he's going somewhere. And I'm going to show you where he's going in a minute, because I said something about Wack a long time ago that I seen him setting up a play. I see we got a comment here. What you got, Percy? I'm always here to soak up game from my... Oh, yeah. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. all day. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 to you with you, and I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chaser, family. Give it to you straight, no chaser, because I need to let you know the real. I don't need to lie to you. I need to be 100 with you, so you will know and you will be prepared. Because a lot of the OGs come home, they just want to strut around like a peacock with their tail come out. Yeah, I've been in the feds. I've been in that. That ain't nothing to be, but they don't give you the game. I'm gonna give you the game. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna slide on to this next one.
Number 3, a man has 72 hours to take his case. If his action led to another man being arrested, if you left something in another man's car, home, without telling them, or that man can speak his truth, that means you didn't use my car, you brought it back to me, I jumped into it, hit some corners, police pulled me over, find something that ain't mine that's yours. Hey, homie, what's up with it? Yeah, homie, I got pulled over. They found something in my whip, something that I know ain't mine. Now, within that 72 hours, I said 72 hours because maybe you got to get your bail money, go bust a couple moves, do a few things, you know, get your women, if you got more than one, get them, you know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Sell cars, something, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And then go up there and claim your stuff. If not, that man can speak his truth. Hey, man, DA, I want to talk to you. I mean, listen, man, again, this ain't how I feel it should go. These are the new rules that I feel best fits the new generation, the New Testament of the streets.
Now let me keep it gangster with you. Hey, Percy, I appreciate you in more ways than you can anticipate. And thank you for the love, brother. This is a comment he made. I seen it on the screen here, so I just want to just put it up and acknowledge my homie or whatever. The rule he just stated, that's an old rule that you youngest men not knew about. Case in point, when they came and snatched me up, right? The warrant was being executed on me out of the Western District of Texas. They got the DEA up here to arrest me, but they didn't get me as soon as it went down because it was a whole setup. My guys went to go unload the truck or whatever the case may be. They arrested them. They arrested my cousin, them, and all. After my cousin led them on a high-speed chase and all that. Then they get me. When they get me, you know the first thing I do? Well, we got so-and-so and so-and-so. Did they know? They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what was going on. I cut them loose. That's what it's called, cutting them loose. Because in a situation like that, they had to know that they was on a mission to go hit a semi and unload it. I said that they did not know. And with me saying that, they cut them loose. That was a rule from a long time ago. Dude, you get in my car with a pew-pew. If we get pulled, everybody take their own. Now, we get pulled, and you done stuck that joint under the seat or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to say nothing. Ain't nobody going to say nothing. We're going to all go down. My car going to get impounded or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to give you time to cut me loose. And if you don't cut me loose, I have the right to cut myself loose. That has always been a rule. Jokers don't want to talk about that, though. There's been times dudes that can't, hey, man, let me use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom and put some work in your bathroom somewhere that you don't know nothing about. Could be to send them people in there on you, or could it be there to hide something in your spot because they is hot. You see what I'm saying? So that right there is the old rule. Let me hit this. Okay. For sure, family. For sure. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide on this other one.
Number 4, if a man takes a charge for another man and they agree that the bond and the lawyer fees is supposed to be taken care of, and you breach that agreement, the man who took the charge can then cooperate against you. This is the new rule of the streets. Man take a charge for you. You get what I'm saying? Yo, man, take that, homie. I got you, homie. I'm gonna make sure your kids, everybody straight, your bills, attorney, all that. I'm gonna bail you out. You gonna fight it from the street, my word. And you take that. And that man breaches that agreement, then that man that took that, he can go speak his truth. However he feel he want to speak his truth.
I would advise any man to never take nothing. Don't take nothing. If it's not yours, don't take it. If you got caught with it, take it. You got caught with it, take it. It's yours. You don't take nothing of nobody else's based on a financial agreement. This is the reason why. I've seen this happen a number of times. I've only seen it go right maybe twice. And that's when there was some old school jokers, older than myself, maybe nephew or something like that. They took it, and the old school guy keeps sending money in every month, keep their money flush with their books flush, making sure their kids good and all that. But that was from a whole nother generation before mine. But with the way this generation is now, don't be no damn fool. Now I've seen a couple other situations from my generation or just right up under the millennial. It didn't go good. Life expectancy for the hustle is about 2-3 years. So while they putting money on your books for 2-3 years, you might have got 10, 15, or 20. And then let's say they get popped. Then what? The life expectancy ain't long when you out here in these streets. So promising you all this and other, and this thing built on a house of sand, it's not going to last, bro. It's not going to last, and you're going to be upset, especially if you ain't had nothing to do with nothing. So don't let no old dude like this nigga here put a battery in your back talking about it's the new rules based on how young dudes is today. No, that's some old game from back in the day that nigga trying to run. Okay, we're going to slide on this next one. I'm moving y'all through because I got quite a few, but I want to land at some point, and I'm going to show y'all something.
If your celebrity character is what makes you a street ninja, you have a...
I got to cut in here. Pay attention. I told y'all I was going to show y'all where he going. Pay attention.
If your celebrity character is what makes you a street ninja, you have immunity to the rules. Any snitching done prior to your fame is forgiven. See, that's like 6ix9ine. I came up with that one. I mean, shit. I got to give y'all a reason to be a little upset with me. I came up with that one. I'm not putting that one on go. Let me read that New Testament rules of the streets for snitching, number 9. If your celebrity status, character is what makes you a street ninja, you have immunity to the rules. Any snitching done prior to your fame is forgiven. And while you the big old celebrity, because you in the booth faking, yeah, I killed the real, pack that steel, you know you's a buster, right? See, that's the problem. The people is taking these people serious. Y'all really hearing what they saying because they saying these things, they watching these movies, or they heard a story in the garage from their relative or something, and they go to the booth and they turn into these people. These are called alter egos. They really civilians. Real street dudes from the Old Testament can identify these type of people.
And I see your comments. I didn't put them on respond to in a minute. They're up on the board where everybody can see. But I see you, I see money, and I see you dollars. Give me a minute to respond to that. What y'all saying? Listen, I told you I was gonna show you where he going. That right there, he didn't expose himself. He ain't got no more content. He was the main one, as C Money said, Rat 1000 or 100. He the main one. And I told you, in prison, you got two type of guys. You got ones always in there hunting for rats. And I've always found out, and I had an old head told me that did 30 years, told me, two dudes. One that's always around talking about, guys with alternative lifestyle, same-sex type people that's hunting, talking bad about them, actually be one, or trying to go around and F on them dudes. And the other one, somebody hunting around for so-called rats, and every time you turn around, this nigga hotter than fish grease and all that, end up being one. What he told me never failed. because the ones running around do that always got exposed and ended up in people's paperwork. Now, he's been making a living off of this, going around arguing and talking about people rats and snitches. Guess what? There's no real, and I define nigga already, how I'm using it, and what terms, out there no more for him to hustle and make money off of. He got Loose Cannon that probably be coming home. He got Brick Baby and all them ones. I did a show on the whole thing he did with Loose Cannon and how he cooked the books on that. And I told y'all, I think that he probably had the rights to them guys. So I showed you where he admitted that him and Loose Cannon was doing business together. You heard what you said about Wack was trying to take his businesses. Then you heard what kind of businesses that you had. Loose Cannon was right there with you. So if you get sent up and he want to do a damn series, something like what a 50 Cent doing, he got the story already. That can easily be a series, but he laying the groundwork for working with a rat. He putting down his next play, people. So as you said, C Money, Rat 1,100, I got you. And then you got Dollar. Let me say you Dollar. Wack always. See, y'all know. Y'all ahead of the game already. Y'all know y'all ahead of the game already. But you know your man right here, I got to make sure that you peeping the play. So guess what? We're going to slide on this next one. Give me some likes and thumbs up and hearts, man, and subscriptions and all that other good stuff. Here we go.
Number 5, the leader or boss can have a paid fall guy that's agreed upon to snitch on to free himself. Y'all get what that means, right? That means, let's say you got a shot caller, OG baller, big ball on the block, the rapper, whatever. And hey, homie, I'm finna pay you every month. $2,500, $5,000 a month. I'm balling. I'm gonna pay you every month, homie. But if I ever get in some trouble, they ever run up in my spot, find something, I'm gonna tell them it's yours. You get what I'm saying? And this is agreed upon. Look, so this is the New Testament, the new rules of the street. We're gonna get this out here because this is what's going on. People are being confused about what snitching is and what snitching ain't.
If you go for that, I got a bridge I want to say you. You go for that, I got a bridge I want to say you. Actually, I got 2 bridges I want to say you. And I'm going to look out for you and give you a good price. So we're going to slide on to the next one on that one.
Old Testament. We're going to get this out here because this is what's going on. People are being confused about what snitching is and what snitching ain't. So what we going to do, we going to keep the OGs under the Old Testament. And this new and improved thing we got going on out here, y'all under the New Testament.
I had to go ahead and play it. I had to clip that and play that for you again right there because that's real crazy. Give me a minute on that comment. Y'all see it on the thing right there, and you see laughing. I mean, peep the hustle now. Peep the hustle. Now, I'm going to play this next, then this other one after that's going to be real crazy. And, okay, just hold on.
This is Ghost. If you are conducting legitimate business with the person or persons,
well, let me stop because that's a good one. Let me go ahead and play this other one right quick. This right here. Hold on for this crazy one.
But it's all right. I am a prophet. Yeah, I've been sent. I've been sent to speak because people listen to me when I preach, okay? But for some reason, the Spirit told me to go to motorcycles. Up about this, and give me some more rules that y'all see fit. I go through them because I'm the rule maker with this. I'm writing the New Testament. Yeah, it took a dude from the Old Testament to write the New Testament. And
this nigga say the New Testament, as in reference to the Bible, he says he's a prophet. And notice nigga didn't say he was led by the Spirit. And anybody we hear talking like that, who do we already know that they are? You better grab your pocketbook, okay? You better grab your pocketbook. Oh, that's baby mama there, lad. What's up, baby mama? You better grab your pocketbook. If y'all don't see this game that's being ran, and don't remember a few clips back, he's talking about that guy's up there rapping, yo, this, that, and I did this to a guy and all that. Y'all may not be old enough to remember this, but Dolomite had a story about the signifying monkey. The signifying monkey. Way down in the jungle deep, the signifying monkey stepped on the lion's feet. The lion stepped on the signifying monkey. He said, motherfucker, can't you see? You standing on my God. The signifying monkey instigated a situation between him and the elephant. The lion went up running through there to go whoop the elephant, and the elephant got his ass towed up. He came hobbling back, and the signifying monkey was right there. He said, don't you look up his face and don't you roar. Because if you do, I jump up out this tree and whoop your ass some motherfucker more. And don't you cry and don't you weep. Because I'll knock you off your feet. He even told him he was going to pull his joint out and whiz down between the branch and his motherfucking face. The signifying monkey couldn't do none of that, but he was lying. What all these motherfuckers in the hood doing right now? What all these rappers doing? They signifying. They got you believing what they saying, and they ain't nothing but the signifying monkey. They're swearing to the lion, he gonna piss down in his face. Y'all better wake up, man. And you got this jam joke on there talking about he a prophet. He been led by the Spirit, and he gonna do the New Testament. I mean, you better watch out. I see you. I see you, Percy. That's right, Rudy Ray Moore. Y'all need to look at his story. He did a bunch of movies as a pimp and a player and all that. Didn't have no money, but he was your first example of your current day rapper. First, after your current day rapper, let me get on through some more of these because this thing about to take a twist for a in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, where am I? Okay, let me go to this because this was a good one here.
This is Ghost. If you are conducting legitimate business with the person or persons, and that person or persons involves you in street activity, you have the right to cooperate in any way you see fit. We got 1,200 people up in here, 1144 to be exact, right? So I do need some of y'all to hit that subscribe button. I should gain at least 300-400 off this one. Okay, I know I've been gone, but give me a reason to come back. I wanted to see if the internet, with the gutter of the YouTube streets, was gonna die without me dying. So this gonna give them a whole bunch of things to react. They're gonna call me all kind of things.
He hustling. He said this should get me 300 to 400 subscribers. Let me know you, and I'm paraphrasing, let me know you miss me. Let me know you want me to come back. The money's slowing down, people. So now he wanted to write the New Testament, and here we go.
But it's all right. I am a prophet. Yeah, I've been sent. I've been sent to speak because people listen to me when I preach, okay? But for some reason, the Spirit told me to go to motorcycles. Up about this, and give me some more rules that y'all see fit. I go through them because I'm the rule maker with this. I'm writing the New Testament.
Can y'all see the hustle? Can you see the hustle? Now we're gonna move off of Wack, and we're gonna move to a homie, Dogface. We're gonna move to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to speak bad on the homies. You know what I'm saying? Even though he about to make some good points, but he was one of the main ones along with Wack 100 talking about this snitch stuff. And then I didn't like how he talked about my nigga Juan. Me and Juan, we like that. You know what I'm saying? But one of the strong advocates about this, what he's saying is a good point. But hold on. You was on with Wack talking about a snitch. Now listen to it. Hold on. Here we go.
And do what the fuck they want to do. Hey, gangbangers. Let me tell you, just in case you niggas don't know. Y'all niggas don't solely exist to kill your ops. A part of your responsibility as a gang leader or as a gang community is to protect your community. You niggas not even protecting y'all community. So since y'all don't want to protect the community, I say that the regular citizens in those neighborhoods where those gangs exist, take y'all hand off them niggas. Take the protection off of those niggas. Don't aid and assist those niggas. If those gang bangers are not trying to protect and look out for the people in the neighborhoods that they operate and exist in, why in the fuck would y'all put a veil over them to protect them? Why? Nigga, fuck them niggas. If it's fuck y'all, it's fuck them. What you mean, dog face?
Take your hands off of them. Don't aid and assist. Don't aid and assist sound like legal jargon? What does take your hand off of them mean? Dog face? What does it mean? How do you, so if you're a civilian, you gonna go out there and bang it out with them? No. What does take your hand off of them mean? What are you advocating? Homie, what you advocating? Ain't you the same one that spoke so hard about this snitching shit? You know, said what you said about me, said what you said about a whole bunch of other people, said about my nigga Wine, called him a snitch, calling everybody a snitch. Now, the point he made is valid from a civilian's perspective and what gangs were originally supposed to do. He told the truth on that. But nigga, you were standing on a soapbox that was against snitching as well as this motherfucker Wack. But now it's okay, I guess, because you telling the civilians take your hands off. You telling them to tell on them. Why is this shift coming, people? Why is it coming? That's the point I'm trying to make to you. There's a shift coming, and they notice the shift, and they're trying to get ahead of it. Now, we're going to go to your man. Here we go.
Breaking news, I just got to Atlanta. I got Tootsie arrested within 2 hours of stepping foot on Atlanta soil. I told y'all I was going to get it. I told y'all, say this, somebody go get my badge. Somebody go get my police badge. I told this Tootsie. I told you, you scared me. I'm not finna come to Atlanta and try to do shows and Tootsie Raw. Woody, you keep scaring me, I'm going to revoke your probation. Man, don't scare me, because you can't unscare me once you scare me. How you can't unscare a nigga once you done scared it? Say, listen, Boosie, I told you I was going to get that boy to crash out. You should have told your favorite mama, Boosie, the only reason I keep it comical and just don't go in, because you smart. You know how to ignore me. But your son been harassing me, Boosie. He been calling my phone in the middle of the night. He been threatening me, talking about he can't wait to see me. He got on Academics page the other day, said he can't wait to see me. I got in Atlanta, and guess what I had to do? Have y'all got that boy yet? That's one of the first things I called. I called last night, and I had Miss Fannie Willie and them. Have y'all got that boy yet? He said, nah, we ain't got him yet, Charles, but he gonna do something. And lo and behold, guess what, man? What is Tootsie doing riding around with a goddamn switch? Hanging with T.I., boy. I knew that boy had that switch in it. I knew that boy had that switch in it. Because you know they get him over there. They get him 10 years.
Lit that young nigga ass up. Lit him up. Lined him right up. What was Dogface doing with Wine? Threatening the Wine and all this. I beat you. I do this. Shit, Dogface been trying to whoop and beat everybody. But we noticed that if somebody show up to go ahead and shoot the fair one or whatever, they end up getting snatched up. Now, like I say, I don't like talking about the homies or going in on the homies, but Wine my nigga. And if you're supposed to be a homie, Dogface, you shouldn't be calling a homie out talking crazy to get him to crash out. If you're going to pop and run, you line that up with it. You don't talk over this social media and informants. I'm not calling the homie informant because I can't call him that, just out of respect for the homie thing. But he was in violation. Maybe he's switching the game up now because he's telling people to take their hands off of certain people. We seen what Wack 100 did with Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, and all them cats out there. The next thing you know, you got an indictment served on Big U. And you had no jump all up in the paperwork with a lot of these other podcasters with different situations up in paperwork. What's really going on, folks? I think we're looking at a case with a lot of informants. And see, that's why I'm taking y'all, because I'm trying to show you something. I only got a few more clips. This thing gonna open wide up on you. But Charleston White is giving you the play-by-play. Now watch what Boosie had to say and watch how Boosie handled himself when he was asked about what Charleston White did to his son. I mean, what Charleston White did to his son. Check this out.
He said he's the one who got your son arrested. How do you feel about stuff like that?
Who got my son arrested? Breaking news, somebody tag.
Now hold on, I cut in here again. He said, who got my son arrested? That was a fake who got my son arrested. He didn't know how to respond to that. He needed some time to think. Watch this.
He said he's the one who got your son arrested. How do you feel about stuff like that?
Who got my son arrested? Breaking news, somebody tag TMZ. Tootsie Raw, Lil Boosie's son, I just put his ass in jail.
Then he said Charleston White went on the record.
I don't know, man. I don't fuck with Charleston White. That nigga, they're pressure. I told his baby mama don't be talking that goddamn shit to me. I knew that boy had that switch in it. Keeping that nigga name out my mouth, that name. That's a threat to my success. Charleston White gonna get your ass locked up. I just got to Atlanta. I got Tootsie Raw ass arrested within 2 hours of stepping foot on Atlanta soil. Ducking that smoke with Charles. I told y'all I was gonna get him. I ain't trying to have no man calling no DAs on and all this on me. Don't scare me, cause you can't unscare me once you scare me. How you can't unscare a nigga once you done scared it? Say, listen, Boosie, I told y'all I was gonna get that boy to crash out. You should have told your funk ass baby mama, you Boosie. The only reason I keep it comical and just don't go in, cause you smart. You know how to ignore me.
Boosie said, who? He needed time to think. And you seen how he backed up, said that man pressure. And he backed on up off that thing. Now hold on. Got something else for you.
So this what happened. Tootie jumped on DJ Academic page threatening me. He been threatening me for years. He been he done called my phone, he been in my DM, so he been consistently threatening me for years. So I've been passing it on to Atlanta Police Department. So Tootie is suspected to be hanging at a house in Atlanta that's supposed to be gun trafficking. So the FBI already kind of been watching his house. Tootie don't know because, you know, he playing gangster on the internet. But the people he hanging with at the house, the feds already on him, so that's how they sat and wait. This ain't so. 2 nights ago, somebody sent me the address. Said, "Hey, I know where Tootie be at this house over at such. They be trafficking guns." So nigga, I just pass it on to my partner down with the Atlanta Police Department gang unit. Nigga, they put a team together. Then you.
Somebody sent him the address. Somebody sold him the address. And most likely somebody that sold him the address was somebody that was privy to right around him in the whole nine. Same way Boosie caught that gun case. Somebody was right there while he was doing the video and reported it. And got some money off of it. That's where we're going. Now watch what Charleston White gonna say right here.
So you have a shirt, I forget, it says if it don't sit, what is it? With the
if you want your pockets to swell, tail.
So Dirk had his partner with all kind of wires. They say he's all in jackets and hoodies. And
man, the FBI got money set aside to pay informants
to take care of niggas. Like,
man,
for years.
The FBI, your government, your state police, they have a whole budget for to come play snitch. Homie, that's why some niggas can sell dope, and you say, man, how this nigga selling dope? Nigga, they getting him the dope, and he getting paid a nice salary, a monthly, yearly salary to come play dope boy and to give name. So, nigga, that's why once I got that information and that knowledge, nigga, if you want your pockets to swell, tail.
I guess, what do you, cause, you know, these wires is everywhere. I don't know what to do. And again, we had Officer Teagan up here who, of course,
brought down 43 niggas.
He brought them all.
He started from the bottom.
Nigga, worked.
He didn't even have a budget. He didn't even have a budget at first.
It was a pet project, nigga.
Yeah, that nigga, he didn't even have a budget at first. Homie, I think the most he had was maybe $3,000. They had to come give him a budget. This working like this. So they had, come on, then they brought people in like, God, they couldn't believe it. So just imagine a nigga done worked his way, a white boy police officer. Imagine go get a fly like me that can talk and play.
Come on.
Go imagine they go get a fine woman that she playing stripper in a strip club, but she's an FBI agent.
Once I got this information and knowledge, he telling you. And just imagine if you get somebody like me that can talk and that can play. Who he say he was calling? He called his man with the line of police. He called Fannie Willis. They got a budget too. He hustling. He hustling. You heard Big U say what he said about Wack 100. I did videos on this. You can go back and look. You heard what Big U said as he was going away. Wack said he gonna take his contracts. Then you come find out that Wack contracts, not Wack, but Big U contracts, was as a community leader. His budget went from 300, 400,000 to damn near 800, and then 1.2 million. He had Loose Cannon. Yeah, y'all give me some thumbs up, hearts, and all that, and subscribers and all that. Loose Cannon turned around and said when he was sending us on mention, he was writing the serial numbers down. But Wack say he gonna take his contracts. Come on, people, pay attention to what's going on. But hold on, I'm not done with you there. I got 4 more, but I'm about to blow your mind, and then I'm gonna define something for you, because we're going to school right here. Here we go.
Hey, yeah, this can't be serious. So so these dudes were just telling on Dirk, free Lil Durk, man, just to be telling. Like, you, federal informant in the Stefan Mack murder case linked to Lil Durk has been paid approximately $2,400 per year from the FBI for over 5 years, according to court documents. $2,400 per year, not per month, per year. Dirk had to be not playing fair at all for someone to go tell you for $2,400 for a year, not month, year. It's just not that serious. Well, it really is serious, but like, come on, young. I'm just saying, this is nasty work. Nasty work. They gonna put Dirk ass under the jail.
Look at that. That ain't no lot of money. Look at it. Then you heard Charleston White say, what, 36 or 46 people got locked up by the one cop or whatever, and they seen they were working so good, they gave him a budget and all that. He was just giving little trinkets away or whatever. Look at the little money they gave away and did what they did to that youngin' right there. But see, I did a video on this, like the next video I'm about to show you here, and then I'm about to take you down a rabbit hole. Check it out.
Go to Google with the FBI paid informants, with the DEA paid informants, and with the ATF paid informants. This is why I bring y'all these videos, right? It is all rigged. It is all one big game. You have no chance of becoming El Chapo. You have no chance of becoming Big Meech. You have no chance of becoming any of the so-called legendary drug dealers you look up to. You have no chance of becoming none of them. We're talking about $500 million. $500 million. The FBI paid $294 million. The DEA paid $237 million. And the ATF paid $17.2 million. Do you understand? As you think you're doing something smarter, they are paying pieces around the board to surround you. And when you look up, out of 30 people that you was dealing with, 25 of them are working for one of these agencies. Believe me, this ain't about rats or snitching, or I could care less about any of that, because I'm not in the streets. I'm just telling you what you up against. I'm just telling you what you up against, because most of y'all is not going to even make 0.1% of this number right here. Most of y'all is not going to even make 0.1% of this number right here. So when you thinking, oh man, I just got a line, and you trying to hide the line, and you act like you just stumbled across.
You see that right there. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I did a video yesterday, some of y'all need to check out, that I gave a whole scoop on what's going on with El Mayo, a video, El Chapo's son, and the government, and how I showed an article that that Deep Thought translated from Spanish, showing what El Mayo gave concerning the government over there in Venezuela and what's going on with Venezuela and Trump right now with that whole drug thing. Showed that yesterday. But I got 3 more videos, and I'm about to show y'all something, but I'm going to define something to you. Let me see what C Money talking about right here, right quick. At this point, if you high up in the streets, you got to be, what's understood don't need to be explained. Now, this is what y'all got to understand. Let me show y'all this again. This gentleman right here, I was in Loretto Federal Prison over in Pennsylvania with him, former CIA. He blew the whistle on what United States was doing, or the CIA was doing over there in Afghanistan with the poppies and all that. That's how he ended up in prison with me. But he had a relationship with Deep Thought. He really wouldn't talk to me too much. He might have already knew who I was and who I was affiliated with. But he was a cool dude. He done been on a lot of different big podcasts talking about the different operations of the CIA. This is what y'all got to understand, because this next video I'm going to play has to do with him and talking about a reporter that reported the thing with Ricky Ross and they ended up unalive somehow. He's going to talk about that. But this is what you got to understand as he talks. And remember how he defines DEA and CIA. Here we go. Let me help you all out right here. DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration type federal law enforcement agency. Parent department, U.S. Department of Justice. Mission, enforce and control substance acts and investigate drug trafficking and distribution in the United States and abroad. Powers, DEA agents are sworn law enforcement officers. Law enforcement officers, pay attention to that. They can make arrests, carry firearms, and conduct investigation both domestic and internationally. Domestic authority operates within the United States with clear jurisdiction. I can't see that other word because of the comments there. Enforcement. Okay, that's with the DEA. Now watch the game. CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, type civilian foreign intelligence agency, not law enforcement. They're civilians. Parent organizations, independent. Who they reporting to? Reporting to the Director of National Intelligence, DN. Mission, collect, analyze, disseminate intelligence about foreign governments, corporations, and individuals to aid national security. They're civilians. Powers. The CIA does not have law enforcement authority. It cannot arrest people or enforce U.S. laws. Pay attention to this, because what I'm going to play for y'all going to blow your mind. Domestic role. By statute, it is prohibited from exercising exercising domestic law. I can't see some of this because of the comments right there, so I'm going to skip a security function. It focuses, it's almost entirely overseas intelligence, though they can analyze foreign related information about domestic matters. Okay? Now, the summary. The DEA is a domestic and international law enforcement agency tasked with fighting drug crimes. CIA is not a law enforcement agency. It is a civilian intelligence agency focused on foreign intelligence with no role in enforcing laws inside the United States. Okay, you got that definition? Here we go.
So here's what he found. He found that the Contra rebels were not one monolithic unit. They were divided into northern rebels and southern rebels. More importantly, he found that the rebels were largely in the pay of the CIA. Now, the Drug Enforcement Administration was also present in Nicaragua at the time, and so these drugs were making their way to California. Gary Webb traveled to Nicaragua, where he interviewed dozens of Contra rebels, including Contra leaders. He also interviewed members of the Sandinista government who told him, look, there's a drug problem, but it has nothing to do with us. There's a drug problem, but it has nothing to do with us. It's your people, the Contras, that are bringing these drugs to the United States. Gary Webb returned to California with notebooks full of information, and he began to write a series of articles for the San Jose Mercury News. His investigation resulted in 7 separate articles, and in those articles he said that the drugs were coming from Nicaragua and making their way to Los Angeles, that there were 2 people in particular. One was named Oscar Blandon. Oscar Blandon was a senior Contra leader who was in charge of this cocaine operation. The other was a major drug importer based in Los Angeles. He also said that the CIA was allowing this to happen. He did not say that this was a CIA operation, although that's how the CIA took it. Gary Webb said that the CIA was turning a blind eye and was actually stymieing the work that the DEA was trying to do to keep the drugs out of the United States.
Now I'm about to show you a video, old video with Montel Williams, where Webb was on there talking about this subject, about Blandon and this other agent, not agent, but individual that was getting rid of these large quantities of that work, which you guys probably got an idea about. And this was before the man got mysteriously unalived. Okay, let me straighten this camera out. Hold on, family. Okay, I'm back. Now, here we go.
And within weeks, 2, 3, 4 kilos a week. Within months, what was it, 10 to 15 kilos a day. Ricky Ross was selling cocaine to the point of making $3 to $4 million a day. He sold so much cocaine, it hurt his fingers to count the money. Not only in Los Angeles, but in Cincinnati, in St. Louis, all the way across America. So some can say, and this is the reason why people are so angry at you in your article, is that Ricky Ross, the dope dealer, was supplied by the CIA because Blandon was an operative for the CIA, correct?
Blandon and Meneses were working for an army that was a wholly owned subsidiary of the CIA. They were meeting with CIA agents. Blandon, and this came out in court. I mean, Danilo Blandon is now a government witness. He works for the Drug Enforcement Administration. Danilo Blandon is now a government witness. He works for the Drug Enforcement Administration. And we've paid him, I don't know, $166,000 over the last 18 months because he's such a good informant. So they put him on the witness stand in Ricky Ross's case, and he testified that in 1981 he went to Honduras, he met with the commander, the military commander of the CIA's army, and he was instructed to go raise money in California for this Contra army. And he was told that the ends justified the means.
And those ends being sell cocaine if you have to. Sell cocaine if you have to.
Now, you see that. Now, the next video I'm going to play is the last one, but this is the one I started with. When I play this again, you're going to have a whole new understanding of that. And remember the definitions I gave you for DEA, the responsibility, and CIA. A civilian. Their job is not to enforce law. So that means there's nothing to stop them from breaking it.
Was also present in Nicaragua at the time. And remember, it's DEA's job to stop the flow of drugs to the United States. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. In many cases, it's perfectly happy to allow drugs into the United States if it helps them to fight communism or, contemporaneously, to fight terrorism. Drugs are DEA's problem. The CIA is not going to trouble itself with drugs. And so these drugs were making their way to California.
They're not going to trouble themselves with it. Meaning it's not their job. It's the DEA job. And by them not being law enforcement, they're not bound to follow the law. They can break it. And then the DEA can just do their job. and arrest whoever they arrest, because when it gets to the point where they get close to them, it gets shut down. They can't arrest them, so they don't care. We got a comment right here. You and Rick chopping it up on your channel, talking about y'all experience. Yeah. And it'll be a total 100 expression of what's going on, and not all the fugaziness that's out there that's trying to rock y'all to sleep. Why did I take y'all through all this? I'm trying to show y'all the game. The game is moving from the street and is moving on to social media. These particular people know that there's a budget and they're swaying public opinion. You don't think they're getting paid for it? I mean, think about it, people. It's getting so to the point now, if enough social media people get on a joker and start reporting stuff on them, next thing you know, we start expecting what? An indictment or an investigation. You don't think they're getting paid for it? And then I showed you way back in the 80s, the thing that went on with Rick Ross, you had people getting paid. Don't be no fool out there thinking that you ain't gonna get told on. Because I already showed you with the one brother from Philly to show you how much money. And you heard what Charleston White said. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to run it back one more time in closing. Let me grab this comment here. 313 Lethal. What up, my baby? Charleston White. Hey, now I showed you that Blandon was CIA. I gave you the information from a former CIA agent that I was locked up with. That Deep Thought was cool with it, what he just said about the definitions of that. You know what I'm saying? And I also showed you what Deep Thought told you, that El Mayo Zambada was over here in California first. And he got put on by his brother-in-law that had association with the CIA. And if you watch the video I did yesterday, I give you the whole game right there. So what you saying ain't far off base. It ain't far off base, but you know he hustling, because I'm going to run back what he just said right here.
So you have a shirt, I forget, it says if it don't sit, what is it? With the
if you want your pockets to swell, tail.
So Dirk had his partner with all kind of wires. They say he's all in jackets and hoodies. And
man, the FBI got money set aside to pay informants.
To take care of niggas.
Man,
for years.
The FBI, your government, your state police, they have a whole budget for to come play snitch. Homie, that's why some niggas sell dope, and you say, man, how this nigga selling dope? Nigga, they getting him the dope, and he getting paid a nice salary, a monthly, yearly salary to come play dope boy and to give name. So, nigga, that's why once I got that information and that knowledge, nigga, if you want your pockets to swell, tail.
I guess, what do you because, you know, these wires is everywhere. I don't know what to do. And again, we had Officer Teagan up here who, of course,
brought down 43 niggas.
He brought them
He
all
started from the bottom.
Nigga, worked.
He didn't even have a budget. He didn't even have a budget at first.
It's a pet project, nigga.
Yeah, that nigga, he didn't even have a budget at first. Homie, I think the most he had was maybe $3,000. They had to come give him a budget. It's working like this. So they had, come on. Then they brought people in like, God, they couldn't believe it. So just imagine a nigga done worked his way, a white boy police officer. Imagine go get a fly like me that can talk and play.
Come on.
Imagine they go get a fine woman that she playing stripper in a strip club, but she's an FBI agent.
Imagine getting a fly nigga like me that know how to talk and play. Is it because he said, because once he found out, he made the shirt. Want your pockets to swell, tail. How would he know? Sounds like a personal experience to me. But again, let me show you my conclusion that I started with, that I ended with, one more time before I get out your way.
Was also present in Nicaragua at the time. And remember, it's DEA's job to stop the flow of drugs to the United States. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. The CIA, though, doesn't care about drugs. In many cases, it's perfectly happy to allow drugs into the United States if it helps them to fight communism, or contemporaneously, to fight terrorism. Drugs are DEA's problem. The CIA is not going to trouble itself with drugs. And so these drugs were making their way to California.
The CIA is going to handle its mission to knock out terrorism. We know them people over there with the cartels are considered as terrorists now. And to fight communism, like what was going on with Ricky Ross. But now we know, since they've been labeled over there as terrorists, they're fighting terrorism. So what the brother just said about Charleston White, 313, he said it right here. Asking, is he CIA? Is interesting. We got a lot of more stuff coming up on the old man, El Mayo, that's suggesting that he was or affiliated with, which I said when he first got over here, that it was equivalent to bringing an agent out to cold. You know what I'm saying? So the homie right here could be on to something. What's up, Lethal 313? What up, homie? I hope you subscribe and tap in with us, baby. Appreciate you. You guys see money right here. I'm gonna go through these before I get on out y'all way. What you say? Okay, yeah. And you're with the rap industry, but these rap dudes ain't doing nothing but faking. Here's the part that I don't think y'all thought about. How come all these videos and all these conversations being leaked on Thug? Who's leaking them? And for what reason? What's on social media and what's in the news right now? There's two things on social media and the news. You see them going after rappers and you see them going after pastors. What is the foundation of the black community? Your religion, your pastors, and your kids is listening to your rappers. What did the government allegedly want to do when they wanted to earn more tax revenue and create more prisoners? They started giving more assistance to the home, kicked the father out the home, which was a disciplinary, had make the mother work, and then made what the kids had to go to school. What they say between 1 to 10 is the most important ages to indoctrinate. So where you didn't have time to teach your own kids because you had to go to work. They stripped away the pillars of the family so they could exploit the family. What's being done now? Our ideologies of who we supposedly look up to, and I gave y'all the example with Dolomite and the signifying monkey. All these rappers ain't nothing but signifying monkeys. They rap hard and all that, and they make you believe they really about that life. And right now the government exposing them through Young Thug, which is very popular down there in South, and show you he ain't nothing but a charlatan. Think about it, people. This the game. And these dudes been getting paid the whole time. You got Young Thug, which I should have bounced this down. You got Young Thug that told them people in the interrogation room, hey, listen, anything you want to know, just hit me up. Y'all got my number, and I'll let you know. I'll tell you stuff. Just, but this got to be between me and you. This can't get out. Then the one they say, well, they said, we ain't got your number. How we supposed to do that? Then one guy said, can I get it? He said, yeah, I'll give it to you. I mean, just peep game, family. Peep game. You know what I'm saying? What else you got here, see money? I'm going to go through y'all comments and get out your way. That's why he talks so. There it is. There it is. What you got, Dollar? Diversifying the portfolio. Listen, that's the come up. That's the lick. And these dudes is hitting it every which way. Every which way. Y'all better smarten up and just stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? What you got, 313? Can't say CW. Yeah. Yeah. Now listen, I'm the worst with names. And if I chop this and butcher this, I got dyslexia and a bunch of other shit. Okay. So Coral, I believe. I just found your channel. I appreciate you. I know I messed your name up. Please forgive me. And I hope that you'll subscribe or follow or whatever the case may be. We over here, we building, and we build like this all the time, but we try to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So if so, and for y'all out there, I see a nice amount of y'all on here, man. Give me some thumbs up, some hearts, some follows and all that, man. The brother be putting in a lot of work to try to keep it 1,000 and find the appropriate and right information to deliver. But please appreciate you again, family. What you got, 313? About to check your I appreciate that, 313. You're homie anyway, so you better treat me white, homie. For sure. It's my motherfucking brother right here, my motherfucking man. Well, we was up in Loretto together, but we locked in anyway from out in the street. He know my brother here didn't see the CIA agent guy that I showed y'all, because we was up in the same joint together. He seen him. What's up, family? Hope all is doing well. I see you look like you got a new baby coming too, man. Grandbaby, congratulations. Yeah, you know. What you got here, 313? I said the same thing, like who leaked those. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. All this is going down right in front of your face, and you got to pay attention. This shit ain't never happened. As soon as Thug get ready to wiggle himself out something, you get another damn mixtape that drop. This shit dropping off Thug like mixtapes, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. 313. Coral, I love Charleston. He tells you he police and he gonna call him. Yeah. Matter of fact, on what you just said, I got something for you right here. You gonna like this right here. This shit right here is so funny. You right here.
So I'm not worried about getting in no motherfucking trouble. Ever. If I go broke again, I go back to selling dope or doing whatever. Because I know at least 3 unsolved murders from the early 90s that I can tell to get out of jail for.
I was raised to just mind my business, man.
I wasn't. My mama and them were looking out the window saying, girl, you see she got a new man. I wasn't raised to mind my business. I heard grandmama and them talking about the neighbors and them. They was on the phone talking about people. I wasn't raised to mind my business.
So, Cora, you're right. You absolutely right. You see what he said right there. And the thing about it, I can appreciate it because he ain't coming out lying. He doing just what you said, Cora. Charleston got all them rappers on the internet threatening them. He gunning. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what he doing. And now he got Govan ass about to line Govan ass up too. And Govan just beat a M and about to line him up. Jay Hits. This is my first time seeing you, baby. What's up with you? I hope you locking in with us, man, and subscribing and following or whatever. What you got? These new street rules will not hold up in a penitentiary. You right. Because you got a lot of old ones up in there. But what happened? We starting to get moved out the way, family. We starting to get moved out the way. A lot of them old dudes is coming home, especially in the feds. They coming home on that First Step Act, on the monitors. They getting them up out of there. And to be honest with you, bro, they not about to be locking dudes up no more in prison, man. They can put you out here on a home monitor and make you pay them to be out here. As long as you ain't violent. Man, this whole thing was a hustle in the first place. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, you're right, but they moving them out the way, man. We like dinosaurs, Hits. It's over for us, baby. We out the way. And these youngers on something else, man. And the old ones that's still out here, they out here for a reason. They putting batteries in these young boys' back, getting them to crash out and getting paid like Tammy Cohen's was with the Minch thing. You dig what I'm saying, family? Lock in with us, though. This is my brother here. Yes, I do. And by the way, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Give my love. Give my love. What you got here, Cora? Yep. Don't worry about saying my name. Been okay. Been all my life. Thanks, kind of welcoming me in a subscription right now. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But you told the truth about Charleston. You made me play that crazy ass clip of that fool. To my next time, I was talking to my bitch. Charles like, I wasn't. What's up, hits? These new street rules. Okay, this is the same one. I read this. No, did I read this one already? Yeah, I did. Won't hold up. Okay, yeah, I read this one already. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm moving slow. I got a bunch of them up here. Okay, Corey, you up in here. You in there acting a fool. Now, this must have been off when I played that crazy ass clip. Yeah, he crazy. He crazy. And he ain't hiding it either. He ain't hiding it. Yeah, I listen here. I keep that one on speed dial because that dude is a fool. He is a straight up fool. I'm a bad typer. Listen, I'm the worst typer. I hit the microphone button and talking to the phone. So you know I'm the worst. 27 watching 5 likes. Yeah, come on, people, man. Show me some love, man. Run them likes up for me, man. Give me some hearts and all that, man. Appreciate you, Coral. What we got here? Yeah, he awesome. He gonna, yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. Now, I'm gonna get ready to get out y'all way, but I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a little bit of my resume since I got a decent amount on here of y'all that may be new, so you'll know a little something about me. I got a video over there on Connect Podcast, and that's a little over 1 million views, or whatever the case may be at this point. And I'm talking about the title on there is true. I'm talking about what I went through over there with Chapo, Sinaloa, and the whole nine. I got my book out on Amazon. It's the whole book, talking about a bunch of this stuff in it that I'm dropping on y'all now, but giving y'all the whole scoop on it. It's on audio as well as ebook, the whole nine. As long as like a Harry Potter book, 600 something pages, and I still left a lot out. Just the 4 volumes right here. You can get your volumes. You can read it on Kindle if you want to, or you can get it on audio book and listen to it. Trust and believe me, you will be entertained. Now, here's a little clip from what I did over there on Connect Podcast.
Chapo starts to tell me that he only dealt with one other black guy. And I can't remember what he said, the 90s or when. He said he dealt with one other black guy before. The black guy never cheated him. He said they did real good work, but then he just up and disappeared. He said he didn't owe him no money. He just disappeared. He never seen him. And he said that was the only black guy that he worked with. You're not going to disappear on me, are you? Like that. And I'm like, no, you know. I'm going to say yes. Listen, let me tell you something, my friend. I need you to know this. He said that at the end, this right here, he did it. He said must always end up in the hand of a black man.
What?
The cocaine must always end up in the hand of a black man.
What did you think he was trying to tell you?
It meant a whole lot more to me later. What he was telling me is that you are the most important variable. And if I have a direct link with you like I had with the other black guy that I worked real good with, we made plenty of money. So he's giving me a history. I have worked with somebody black, so me and you could work together. And basically saying this guy made a lot of money, he just left. And I want you to know at the end, you are the most important variable because you have access to the market.
So y'all see that right there. I got Coral back on here. What you got? I'm a real hard devoted. Oh, you should love the Charleston on motherfucking Govan ass though. He gonna knock his head off next. Cause Govan jumping out there. I think, you know, I did something on this not too long ago. I think Govan know that he got some federal charges coming. That's why he out here argue with Seti Nash and all that, talking about meeting up with people shooting the fair ones and all that. What you got? What you go, man? Why you leave? Yeah. What you got here? What you think about Govan threatening? I think Charleston White lining him up. Charleston White doing to him what he just did to Boosie son. He just set Boosie son up. Maybe you came in late and didn't see that. I showed that whole thing. He lining him up, and he gonna get paid for him too. When you go live again, well, you know, I would love to go live every day, but sometimes we got to go punch the damn clock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to be off here for about 6 days, probably earlier part of next week. I'll be back at it. You know what I'm saying? But what you do, turn your notifications on. So when that thing come up, you know what I'm saying? You'll be made aware. Yep, I've been on it. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, for sure. What we got, Percy? I ain't seen you been quiet tonight, Percy. I appreciate that, family. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We got Dollars. What you got, Dollars? Govan on tour trying to get as much money as he can. That's what I said, Dollars. He know them people coming back. His lawyer said that, what'd he say? That basically he was like the fall guy and all that. That's how Chapo opened up his case, saying that Mayo was the guy and he wasn't nothing but the fall guy. He was basically campaigning right there. Pull up on me, I'll let you know what's going on. But he know them people coming. He know them people coming. I think with them people, and I did a video on this, you go back and look at it. And I said, I think what he did, because I did a review of Nino Brown joint. And I said, they just waiting for, or they was trying to basically get him caught up. Because if he could get caught in the state, the feds can still come see you and you can work some of that time off in the state. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really what the move was, man. I really think that's what the move was. But you see it, though, Dollars. You see it. What you got? Good Govan needs to pay for, yeah. I mean, well, he fucking with the right one. Your man Charles is right. He ain't playing no games. Nice channel you have. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So listen, man, the rest of y'all out there, man, give me some more thumbs up, give me some hearts, some likes, and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and honor of Coro's subscription. I'm gonna play Charleston White one more time before I get out your way. Yep, feds are coming. They just take their time. Yeah, because they know you ain't going nowhere. They take their time because when they come see about you, they got your ass. They got you. Let me go ahead and run this Charleston White thing for y'all one more time before I get out of here.
So I'm not worried about getting in no motherfucking trouble. Ever. If I go broke again, I go back to selling dope or doing whatever. Because I know at least 3 unsolved murders from the early 90s that I can tell to get out of jail for.
I was raised to just mind my business, man.
I wasn't. My mama and them were looking out the window, saying, "Girl, you see she got a new man." Yeah, nah, I wasn't raised to mind my business. I heard grandmama and them talking about the neighbors and them. They was on the phone talking about people. I wasn't raised to mind my business.
That boy is a fool, but you call good money, Coral, for real. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and thank you for your time, family. That's for real. But like I say, man, I'm going to go ahead and get out y'all way, man. I've been in front of y'all almost an hour and a half. Thank you for sliding in here to come kick it with your boy. I appreciate you. For all that y'all that haven't subscribed, I hope that you'll be willing to subscribe and follow. Give me some hearts and all that other good stuff. I appreciate you, but I always end with 2 things, and I'm going to end with it again tonight. I'm trying to fuck with you, and I hope and pray at the end of the day you'll be willing to fuck back with your boy. And thank you again, Cora. You stay blessed as well. And as always, in the middle of all this craziness going on, family, I want y'all to remember one thing because I see it. And I'm like Snake Eyes Benny from Harlem Night. I can call the dice before they stop rolling. For my people. We got next. Deuces.